I'm Gwennetta Wright.
And I'm Deonta B.
And welcome to Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B, our Facebook show. Hey, y'all.
Hey, girl.
We're back.
Man,
I love the Facebook show. We've been on TV for about a month now. But man, I love the Facebook show. I was like, happy we coming back.
I know, because the Facebook show, we just get to get so much more in depth.
Yes, I just love them.
Yes. And I'm excited about today's show.
I'm actually extremely excited about today's show. We're talking about trademarks for one.
Yes.
You know, I just
love that kind of stuff. I know.
But you love this kind of stuff. The other guys talking about
stage ready. You know, I like to be stage ready.
Oh, girl, they kind of matching us today. All right,
they matching us.
All right.
You get the business, I get the entertainment.
Okay.
You get the trademarks. And I get to be stage ready.
Right. I like that. So, one of our guests is attorney Lerae Funderburg. She specializes in trademarks, actually, but she does a lot of things in entertainment and business. She's all around attorney. And who else we have?
We have the Tina Pierce.
Okay.
And she is the founder of Stage Ready LLC.
Okay, now let's see what they're talking about. Let's see what they're talking about. So our first guy, we have Mrs. Attorney Lerae Funderburg. Come on, Lerae.
Yes, come on the corner, girl. Come on the corner.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you guys for having me.
Now, you know, I'm so excited about this one. Y'all know, like, I went to her little do-it-yourself trademark class.
That's right.
Because I want to know what it is when you trademark.
Did you do it yourself, though?
No. You know what? You know, I'm gonna call you too. You know, I got tied up. I got tied up with the in that thing notarized, and then time went by. And it was something. Then I forgot how to do it. And I got to find my book. You know what I'm saying?
She was always learning.
You know what? I learned it, and I learned a lot of information as far as like what a lot of this stuff we about to ask her what it mean. Like I got that down, but the other part is, you know, it takes steps to get. I got to pull something back up. I mean,
what you mean? Tell me you missed a step? Okay, that's another show.
That's another show. That's another show. So, anyway, welcome to the corner.
Thank you very much.
We are excited to have you. So, for my people who always tell me something, well, I didn't get this trademark. I mean, this trademark. Okay, let's see what this trademark thing is really about. So, let's just jump into it. So, tell people, because a lot of times I think they be telling them wrong. Well, you know what? I know they be telling them wrong because I learned from you guys. So, tell them, what is a trademark and why would someone get one?
Okay, so a trademark is a word, symbol, design, or a combination of three that is used in association with certain goods and services to show the origin of those goods and services. And so you would want to get a trademark in order to, if you have a brand or if you have products or services and a name that you go under, or if you have a logo that's associated with those services, you want to protect that so that you have the exclusive rights to use that in connection with those goods so that nobody else can come after you and, you know, do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe I learned something today. Okay, so yes. So what are some of the things that I can trademark? Like you said, with your brand and things of that nature. What are some things that can be that I can look at to trademark?
So it would be like the names of your products. If you sold any products, it would be the name of your business. If that was your brand name, it would be a slogan that is associated with your brand name. It could be your logo, as I mentioned before.
So what you're telling me basically is everything that I have be trademarked.
Oh,
it's a business.
Right.
Related.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't necessarily have to have to be in business. Like you might have a slogan that you want to go by your name, you know.
I mean, I totally get it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody can steal it.
Right.
They definitely do.
All the time.
Right.
So this was interesting for me to find out during your class. I didn't even know it was a such thing as unregistered trademark. So what is the difference between a registered and unregistered trademark?
So when you're talking about a registered, so there are 3 levels of trademark. So you have your common law trademark, that's the unregistered trademark. You have your state registered trademark, and you have your federal registered trademark, and that's pretty much where you want to be. So under your common law trademark, you have protection in your brand name. That means you haven't filed anything anywhere. You're just using that name in connection with your goods or services. And you have a protection only in your local geographic location. So that means somebody else could come up with the same name, like and you're in Austell and this person's in Alpharetta. Like you don't have any protection that extends, between those cities. But if you have a state registered trademark, then you're protected for the entire state. But your federal trademark is going to give you national protection, so throughout all of the states. So that's definitely what you want to have.
Wow.
Right, I asked if they were his protector, that what he post got his protector
Right.
around him. And then when I was in her class, I was trying to see if I can go ahead and register, but then somebody started the process. I don't think they finished it though, but that's another conversation.
So what are the fees, like, if you need to get something trademarked? What's the cost for getting something trademarked?
So the trademark fees that you pay to the United States Patent and Trademark Office are anywhere between $225 to $400 just to file the application, and then attorney's fees if you have an attorney to file it for you, which just vary.
Okay, that's not.
But that's just if you're gonna do it yourself. Okay. So it's different fees if you're going to use an attorney, right?
Right, absolutely.
Okay. So I guess every situation varies as far as when you're using an attorney.
So different attorneys charge different prices for one, but then it also is going to depend on how many goods and services that you have in different classes. So like when you're filing the application with the trademark office, and so one of the mistakes that people make, or they think that when they trademark something like, oh, I have the exclusive rights to, use this, just because. And it's like, no, you don't have a monopoly on these words or this phrase. Like if you look in the USPTO database, you'll see the same marks in there, because they're associated with different classes of goods and services. And so it really just depends on how likely consumers are to be confused to think that these two brands are the same. That's what they're going to be looking at to determine whether or not different marks the same marks are in conflict. But what was I saying? I'm sorry. I lost track of my.
So we're talking about the fees. We're talking about fees.
The fees. I don't really
right. We're talking about the fees. No, but you didn't get off track because what you did was you wrote down why it's different fees. Attorneys charge different fees, and then you were saying why they charge different fees and why your fees can be different. Because you can go to somebody and be like, okay, I'll do yours for $1,000, but you might just be getting a word done, and then you think, okay, so I got exclusive because I learned I got exclusive right to the logo, to the name and everything. But what I found out in the class is that you might have the name trademark, but to do the logo, that's a whole nother application.
Right. Yes. Yep. So those are two different things. But then, so with the cost, it's because the different categories of goods are going to cost you a different fee as well. So if I have a trademark and I want to register it in connection with bags and also shoes, they may be in two different classes, and that's going to cost two different fees as well that you're going to have to pay to the trademark office. Gotcha. And you're paying a different application, like she said, for a logo, for the slogan, for the word mark, for each individual.
Interesting.
So it's real. It's more complicated than y'all be thinking. Y'all be going online. That's what I thought about. You go online, you be thinking you filling out some stuff the right way. Because I did that too. I was telling her in class, I went online and I bought something kind of like LegalZoom, and I was filling out a trademark for something starting one of these businesses, and I kept getting these letters back after a week because the thing wasn't done correctly, or maybe the name was too specific. It was something to there too common, and I had to go to an attorney to get it fix my application. So it's I should do went to an attorney from the get-go.
Right.
So my question, which is gonna be a fun one, then we're gonna get our trademark and talk about you, is the thing where when people say they're against something trademark, and then we see that. Those letters TM, we love to put the TM by our name. And then it's another what is another character abbreviation? I can't think about what it, right. And it's a circle and an R. So what is the difference between you saying somebody's name with the TM on it and somebody's name with the R on it?
So the R is going to mean that you have federal registration, and the TM is just for common law or state registration.
Okay. So y'all see, it's a difference. I learned a lot in my class. I can't wait to have her on here.
Because I learned a lot today.
Right, because I be throwing that stuff up here and you be like, they be like, yeah, this is my name. And I be like, honey, you ain't even registered yet. All right.
So tell me this. You're a lawyer.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the greatest recipe that you could give to someone that's looking to, that's just getting, in law, and they're looking to build clientele, like especially in this broad area that you're in as far as trademark, because that's something most people don't even know about.
Right.
So,
I would say network with different business professionals, entrepreneurs, and people in like various industries, because everybody's going to want to protect their brand, like regardless of what it is that they're doing. So, getting out there, lots of marketing,
right.
but definitely networking, making those connections.
That was some good information on those trademarks. I think you all probably learned a lot of things. So, you don't just do trademarks, girl. So tell them, what other legal service do you provide your law firm?
So I started in entertainment, and I did that mainly for like the first 9 years of my practice. I started in California doing films for different production companies, and then when I moved back to Atlanta, I started doing music. That was really where I wanted to be anyway. But just over the past 2 years, I've started working more with like small businesses and Black businesses, women businesses in particular. I think that's just more of my my target demographic, the people who I actually really want to work with at the end of the day. And so I do a lot of like helping people create their businesses, so entity formation work, protecting their businesses by, trademarks, copyrights, and contracts, and, just making sure they're set up correctly, and also a little bit of estate planning, just building out the legacy, because, we're not doing this for nothing, Yeah, so.
Okay.
Awesome. So what steps did you take in building your brand? Because with you being in the legal eye, how did you tie in and build your own personal brand? Because I know that you're a motivational, you speak, you're a motivational speaker. So how did you build your own brand, with protecting? Because, sometimes you being a lawyer, sometimes just certain things, like it's a certain way you have to build your brand. So how did you solidify it?
You know what? It's funny that you asked that, because it took me a really long time for me to like own being an attorney, because I always felt like, I didn't really fit into that profession, personality wise. And so I was just kind of like, I don't really like other lawyers, not that many of them anyway, and so it was just like, I don't know. I didn't really want to be associated with it, or I was good at it, but it was like, this is not really where I feel at home.
Right.
But it wasn't until, I think I just started to feel more comfortable in my own skin and just like own who I was, and like realize that it's like, okay, I have the knowledge, I have the background, I have the expertise, I can do this, and I can still be who I am. Like, certain people are gonna like it, certain people are gonna hate it. The people who do are just who don't like it, are just not my people and are not my clients. And so, I mean, I just was really authentically me. And, I have 2 younger kids. I grew up, my youngest daughter is 2.5 up until 3 months ago. She came to the office with me. So, I would be sitting in meetings, breastfeeding my baby, which turns some people off. Other people are like, okay, this is what it is. Like, this is what it is. But you know what I mean? And I think that's really probably why my target demographic turned into like working with Black women, because it's like, y'all feel me. Like, this is what we out here doing.
Exactly. I like it.
Right, exactly. And it's like, it's also like motivation in the sense of like, if I can do it and be here, like running my own practice and like, making a good living at it, like you can, create whatever business it is that you're sitting here in my office to, consult with me on. So
Right. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if you want to talk about it. I'm going to throw it out anyway. Before you tell the viewers how they can find you and hire you, because y'all know we all need a lawyer. And the crazy part is with Lerae, I think we married her a year ago. Matter of fact, it was this weekend a year ago. We married her rolling out weekend. And I told her when I asked her questions about being a lawyer, her being a lawyer, I'm like, girl, you're gonna be my lawyer one day. Who knew? Like, we don't see each other. We follow each other. I took her class. She's really gonna be my lawyer. So, I know you sent out something like you building a membership type program that's I guess coming soon. I don't know if you launched it or not. Where you have different.
Yes, and so I built a business bestie program. So one of the reasons it took me a long time to become like an attorney was because I felt really bad like charging people exorbitant fees for stuff that I didn't feel like was like it didn't take that much out of me. But over time, once I started to, like learn my value and my worth, it's like, okay, this is what legal fees cost. But I also wanted to be able to provide like DIY services to people who are like, hey, I really want to learn this. I want to be able to do it. I want it. I need it. I know that I need it, but I just can't afford, to come to you for this. So it's like, I just wanted to be able to reach those people as well. So I was creating different programs that covered that as far as like getting people's businesses set up and teaching them like the different processes and also just providing them with like contract templates and stuff like that.
We have to get contract templates I purchased them. So she has a lot of different products, a lot of different things. So tell the viewers how they can contact you, because for me, and the reason why I really wanted her to have her on the show, basically because of what she just said. Like a lot of times when you start down in business, you cannot afford an attorney. You don't know when you need an attorney. And a lot of times you need a lot of those written contracts. Like for some reason, I knew how to create written contracts. And, when I first started out, I don't know, I just always wanted to protect it. But a lot of people don't. And so she do provide those types of things. And I know she's trying to create programs for you all. But then outside of that, if you can afford her, then you need to hire her. So let them know how they can find you.
The easiest way to find me would be Instagram at Lawyer Mommy Lerae.
She said, Lawyer Mommy. Y'all mommy's
Lawyer Mommy Lerae, Lerae.
Well, Lerae, we appreciate you coming.
Thank you so
much. We hate that you got it, girl.
No, we learned so much.
Right.
I'm still taking in all the information.
Right. But thank you so much for coming.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, y'all. Like, I'm so psyched because I'm so glad y'all learned y'all some information about these trademarks. I be tripping because y'all don't be knowing what be going on.
Right.
But for those people who's a little confused about trademarks, I hope you have a better understanding of them. She answered like a lot of important questions that a lot of people really need to know about trademarks. And I don't recommend people that often, but I like her spirit, and I also like the things that she's trying to do to help entrepreneurs as an attorney. So definitely reach out to her. So who we got next, girl?
Well, next, we're going to get into my world.
Yeah, it's your world.
Okay. So we have the Tina Fears, and she is the founder of Stage Ready LLC. Okay. Come on the corner, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hey, ladies.
Tina matching us, girl.
I know.
Just a little navy, navy moment,
just a little
color.
Just a little navy.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to the corner.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, Brittany, your bio, girl, you do everything in entertainment, don't you?
Yeah, honey.
You touch every area.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about being an artist and a business mogul. You kind of have to tie it all together.
Yes. Deonta kind of can relate. She do just about it too. So tell the viewers, how did you get started in the entertainment industry? Because you have a company called Stage Ready. So tell them a little bit about Stage Ready and then how you got started.
Okay, absolutely. Well, Stage Ready was birthed really while I was kind of coming out of college. I didn't follow the traditional path like a lot of people. I was at Clark Atlanta. I was studying education. I was cheering and doing all of that. And then life was happening around me in my home life. And it just didn't make financial sense, emotional sense. It just made no sense for me to continue on that path at Clark Atlanta. But prior to attending Clark, I'd always been a singer, a dancer, an actor. I come from a musical family. And so that was something that was always a part of who Tina was anyway. So, after I made the decision to not quit school, but I just had to make choices that made sense because I couldn't afford it. I said, well, Lord, you know what? You've given me the gift of song. I can dance, I can act, and I'm extremely organized. I've got to package this in a way that I can make a living. And with $100 in a dream, I stepped out on faith shortly after leaving Clark Atlanta and starting my business, Stage Ready. And Stage Ready was designed to give entertainers, give artists, brands, companies, all of what they needed to be ready for the stage. And so we provided everything from choreography, casting, artist development, creative direction. We since evolved where we work with a lot of major brands and, big television companies and all of that. But ultimately, I am Stage Ready, and I packaged myself up and was the one-stop, one-woman show for all of these companies, and that's how we got started.
Wow,
Interesting.
Yes. $100 in a dream.
That's right.
So everybody's sitting on the couch and you just waiting. I need some more money. She just told you how she did it. So I like it. So what are some of the challenges that you face with? Because I know, you like you said, you're an actress and you're in the entertainment, but it's different when you're training people and you're trying to pull it out of them and get them to really dive in and find that character, and, or learn that next dance move. So what are some of the challenges that you face with trying to train other people?
Yeah, I think there are challenges anytime you're teaching people anything.
Right.
I think the advantage that I had was no matter where the person was, I always wanted to highlight what their strengths were and then build around that. So at the end of the day, whatever choreography I gave you, whatever preparations I gave you, I was always putting you in a place where you could be your best. I think the advantage to me owning the company and then also being an artist is I know what it's like to be on the other side.
Right.
A lot of times you have people who are kind of coaching you, but they don't know what it's like to have to get on that stage and perform.
Right.
And so I'm able to connect with them in a manner that, like, hey, I audition too. I perform in front of thousands of people as well. So it allowed me to connect with them in a different way and just, make sure they felt comfortable. So the challenges are always, having to break down the emotional wall of the stigma. I can remember working with an artist for the Dove Awards, and she was like, hey, I'm not a dancer. Yeah. It's like, girl, that's okay, honey. When I get done with you, you're going to give a 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 count, and you're going to give a great show. So a lot of times you just want to get people comfortable.
Right.
That can be the biggest challenge, is making sure they're comfortable. And then once you get past that, you earn their trust, the sky's the limit.
Yes.
So you have, with your company, you've been able to place people on Bravo, BET, MTV. Like you said, you work with the Dove Award and different other areas. How do you look for talent, and what steps that you recommend for them?
So social media is always a great place, to source talent. A lot of times when I'm working with the companies that you just listed, they usually hire me as a contractor to come in and produce a segment for them. So like, let's say someone is doing a performance at BET Celebration of Gospel and the artist needs 25 dancers, then they would source me to come in and cast the dancers. Again, I'm a one-stop shop, so I can cast it, choreograph it, have it styled, do the production, the stage lighting, all of that under one umbrella. So I utilize a lot of social media. I have great relationships with agencies around town in both the Southeast, Midwest, as well as on the West Coast. So that's always a great option. But for people who just want to connect with me, they can always just, tap in with us on all social platforms. And that's what we use for casting. You got to be stage ready when you come to the casting. You got to have your headshot, your bio. You got to look the part because, you don't necessarily have to have, in my case, the academia to support it. But if you got the raw talent and the goods, I'm going to see that. And I'm willing to give you a shot because somebody gave me a shot.
I like that.
Yes, I like that as well. So what advice would you give to someone that's wanting to get in the entertainment industry based on your own real life experience? Because so many people, they've done the work behind being in entertainment. Yeah. So what would you tell them?
Yeah, I think I would tell them, first of all, I think we have to get to a place where we can identify what we're really good at. You got a lot of people that love what it looks like to be in that space.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're good at. And you have to be not good, but great to really excel. So the first thing I would say is just kind of put everything in perspective. I like music, but I like music and I can sing, but am I a great singer? Or if I'm not a great singer, am I willing to put in the time and energy to really hone in and develop that craft? So I believe in just being realistic with all things. You can rub pennies together, rub stones, wish all day long, but there has to be something there that's a raw talent that can be built upon, you know? And then there are a lot of people who, they love theater, they love TV and film, they want to act, but their niche is organization, and they end up being behind the scenes as a casting director.
Right.
So there's multiple layers and different spaces where you can still be fulfilled. You just got to kind of identify what exactly is it that I want to just drive home constantly that I'm going to be able to shine and excel at.
Now, I like that because with that, you identify something that a lot of people struggle with, right? Because we a lot of times think like, I know I want to be in entertainment, and I feel like I gotta be in front of the camera, right? And you feel like, oh, I know God telling me, I know God is telling me that. But just because God is telling you that don't mean that God is telling you that you're supposed to be in the front.
Right.
You can make a whole lot of money behind the scenes.
Right.
So it's really, again, like you said, tapping into what are you really actually good at in those areas. I love that. So you do a lot of stuff with the youth. And what makes you want to give back?
Yeah, so I have an organization called the Fearless Movement Global. And that is something that I created basically to sow back into the people who were like myself.
Okay.
Even when I was starting Stage Ready and kind of coming out of college and family stuff was falling apart, I was always fearless. I didn't identify that I was fearless until, many years later. But the Fearless Movement makes me want to, is a space that I've created where I can sow into people that were like myself, because a lot of service organizations serve the youth. They serve little kids. And then once you get past the Toys for Tots stage, you forget about them. I want to serve the people who were like me, the young adults who, they need hair, they need makeup. We telling people to go and get jobs, but they don't have the tools. They're not properly equipped to go in and interview and all of that. So the Fearless Movement is really geared towards young women who are in that kind of forgotten about age group, like that 17 to 22 space.
Right.
And because I just want to give people the things that I didn't have, or that maybe they don't have the tenacity and the fearlessness to pursue that. They just need someone to kind of create a platform for them and move them along.
I love it. So lastly, we want you to tell the viewers how they can find you, because, you get everybody stage ready. So tell them how they can keep up with you and all the great things that you have going on.
Absolutely. Well, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Tina Fears. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also visit me on my website, www.tinafears.com.
I love it. I love it. We appreciate you coming down to the corner.
Thank you for having me. It's been great. Thank you, ladies.
That personality. It's just
right. She look beautiful. You look like you're stage ready.
You gotta look the part.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, so we about to get out of here, but before we leave, let me let you know that you can follow me, Gwennetta Wright, on all social media outlets at Gwennetta Wright, and make sure that you follow us also, Gwen Business Corner, on all social media outlets, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Deonta, tell them how to find you.
Well, you can find me at all social media outlets at The Real Deonta B. And we want to make sure that you know about our Christmas party where you can give 11, and tell them your website, Gwen.
So if you want to give 11, we have a nonprofit organization where we give away 1,000 toys and feed 1,000 families for Christmas. If you would like to do a monetary donation for that, please cash up us at R4YD or at paypal.me, Reach for Your Dreams Inc. And we'll see y'all next Monday on Fox 54.
Bye.
7 a.m.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.